Now. Now time? Now stream time? Are live?
Yes.
Is live? Can't tell. Stream live? Stream say excellent. Can see stream?
People?
No
And
data
stream,
to display.
yes.
Maybe stream?
We're streaming. We just don't got a video.
Ah, there we go. I see everybody now. Yippee! Yay! Woohoo!
Do you?
Yo, I just got a notification.
Okay, we're gonna hope that stays working.
Is the channel called Project metalchalk?
Yeah.
Indeed it is.
Sticker. No, not that. Not that either. Heck. I'm having to remember how to do things all at the same time.
You see myself. Immediately started lagging. My internet is bad.
I'm fairly certain I've been lagging, so you're not alone in that, I promise.
Oh, I gotta get it. I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm not going. I am not going to be able to watch stream and do this. Did I close down my tab? Damn it, that had my fucking... That had a 0 on it.
Okay, I think I did this right. We're gonna hope I did this right, and we're sharing it now. Now I gotta do it on this one. We're gonna get started here in a second. I'm the only person watching the stream.
I was watching the stream, but that's why I'm not going to be able to do that.
So it's
Or
fine.
that playing.
I gotta figure out how to. I gotta remember how to link stuff on Snapchat. There it is. Sending this to like everybody on my list.
Oh. Go into TikTok streams and send a link. My stream better. Watch here.
Okay.
I know we're live, Colin. I'm here.
No.
Are you, though?
Perhaps.
My phone just screamed at us. My phone did that thing it
Good.
does where it screams. Okay, I'm gonna
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
put the
That's
phone.
I
not
have
normal
no
thing.
mouth, and I must scream. I must
I have
scream,
no mouth
Colin.
and I scream constantly.
The only
know.
people that are gonna hear that are gonna be the stream.
Excellent.
Okay, now I don't think. Nah, the stream's not gonna be able to see that unless I go over here and click on this. Are they? Which I need to shrink that because that's what's causing the lag. There we go. No more lag on the stream.
Yay.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's not. Oh, we don't want that. Go away. There we go. Okay, who's ready to play some freaking Starfinder?
I'm ready to
am.
find stars.
Okay. You know what would really help is if I got my dice, because that's the one thing I didn't grab.
Oh yeah, I should probably pull that up.
Mine are down in my car. I'm just going to use electronic dice.
I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
2D dice are better than 3D dice. They just can't satisfy you in the same way.
I never said it was superior.
Do you
At
get what
no
I'm
point
like?
at all.
Do you get what I'm referencing?
No.
Let's leave it that way.
Put these over here.
Well,
So I have so many things on this little desk of mine.
I have a Space Marine, painted. Two Space Marines unpainted. I have a Solgaleo. I have a. What else? I have a Sylveon. I have a 3D printed Dragonite that I was going to paint one day, but just haven't painted it yet. It's also missing an antenna.
Let me make sure that the audio on the stream is the music isn't like ridiculously loud.
Just haven't painted it yet. But it's also missing an antenna. As y'all seen, I have Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
Yo, what up, little guy?
That's Tic Tac the Joltic. And then I have all 19 inches of Venom.
There are better
Oh,
ways to say that, man. There are better ways to say that.
But there are
But
also
you
worse
would-
ways to say it.
But you wouldn't
That-
recognize
I
this is
suppose that's
the
true.
19 inches of Venom from Spider-Man 2. This is the meat. You wouldn't know that
I know
unless
the
I said
meme.
it.
You introduced me to it, unfortunately.
Except dog hair. Look at the ass. Hey, see that shit?
Okay.
Fuck it.
We should be good to go now. Keyword there should be. I got the stream open on the phone. I got the dice. I got the notes. Jewel, do you need? You're probably gonna need this. I don't think I ever sent you a picture of the ship stats.
You did. The submarine? Oh, the stats?
Yeah, like
no.
the sheet.
No, you have not.
Okay, let me send you that real quick. It might be just a tad blurry, but it looks more or less readable.
He sends me on Discord so I can look back on it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jackson, we have a new player for Nathan's campaign.
Oh, do we?
Yes, my buddy Thomas. He's moving back into town. He's like, oh, well, I'm moving back Saturday. I'm like, want to play D&D? And he was immediately on that shit. So we have a new player.
Nice.
Okay.
Colin, that is a horrible picture. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's the
Chief.
closest I could get to it.
My goodness.
Let me try to get a better one. Don't know if I'm gonna get any better than that though.
Oh, no. It cleared up. It was my hand. I got it.
Okay. I was about to say I don't know if I can make it any more clearer than that.
No. Okay, now I can see it.
Okay, that should be everything that you need for right now.
Test.
I can hear you, Corey.
Okay.
Yay! Everybody can hear everybody.
All right. So before we get started, this is live. It is going to record as well as a video, so it'll be posted after the fact. So if you are upset that you missed the initial first half of the campaign, you can always hop over to my channel and watch the DVR/recording of this after it is said and done. We are missing one person, but that's okay. We'll fit them in later. Something came up, but it's cool.
He
We're
is
good.
dead, but we will resurrect him.
Don't listen to that guy right there. He doesn't know what he's talking about. All
I
right.
would never start thing without a player. All I'm saying.
Well, I had no choice. All right. Everybody, real quick. Everyone, do a mic check.
Hello.
How do we do that?
Michael.
Hello.
All right. Cool. I can hear everybody.
Test.
At any point, if I'm gonna be repeating this like every couple minutes when I see more people join the stream, but at any point, if something gets too loud or something is not loud enough, just let us know, and we will attempt to remedy that problem. I'm going to also do this real quick because I didn't think about it till just now. Maybe. There we go. Nope, never mind. We're not going to do that because it won't let me do that. Weird. But okay. Streaming and trying to make that work at the same time is not... My computer said no. My computer is on the verge of the big die, so... Alright! So, before we get started, just a few housekeeping rules. We're going to try to keep side conversation as much to a minimum as we can so that we can get this done within the next 2-ish hours. And then we'll be gravy. We'll be eating gravy. In case you weren't aware, I'm going to shove gravy into all of your pillows tonight.
No.
Just don't. My pillow is on its last legs.
I wash tomorrow, so I'm good with that.
Okay. Good.
I'm allergic to gravy.
That sounds like a you problem.
It is a meat problem. How did you know?
Skill issue.
Skill issue. Alright. So, let's go ahead and jump right in. So, welcome to Neon Nebula. This is the first session in this campaign. We've been working on this for about a month-ish now. I think I officially started the concept on April 7th. So, just a little under a month. This is a prequel campaign to the World Curse series, which is another campaign that we've done in the past. We haven't... we're planning on bringing that to YouTube as soon as we can, but that may take way longer.
The first campaign for not Neon Nebula, for City That Never Sleeps, that was or what was it, like 2 years ago now?
As it was May 2024. Because I actually just got Snapchat memories of it, like, a couple days ago.
That's 2 years almost to the day.
Yeah, like that's 20 days from 2 years.
Yeah, so this is the original party from the first campaign, and they are not reprising their roles as the original characters, but we are doing new characters for this prequel campaign, and you guys are free to introduce. Don't give too much details about your character. Just kind of give us some your race, your class, your name, and why you are joining. No, okay. We're just gonna keep it with race, class, and name. Just do that. We'll start with Jewel.
Hello, I'm Jewel. I'll be playing the Zero, the Uplifted Bear, captain of the Adventurers 2.
What's your class?
I'll be playing an envoy.
Okay. Let's move on to
Officially not sponsored by Mountain Dew.
Wow. Let's move on
Not
to
sponsored. Wow, really getting up there.
Patrick.
Hello, I am Patrick, and I will be playing Graft, the Strix Evolutionist.
All right. Jackson.
Hello, it is I, Hot Dog Man. I play Ezra, a Patra vanguard seeking the perfect duel.
And then finally we have Corey.
Yes, I am playing Kazgresh. He's an orc who is a soldier technomancer.
Okay, say your name one more time. It cut out and went robot-y right when you said your name. Everything else came through fine.
Sorry, Kazilt Gresh.
Perfect. Alrighty. So with that, we're going to go ahead and jump in. So, a little bit of context for what's going on here for the viewers at home, as well as all of you, because none of you know. I think I gave you, like, the bare minimum. So we are starting in the Pact Worlds, and if you don't know what the Pact Worlds is, that's, like, the main solar system of Starfinder. It is essentially the, like... It's the main solar system. It's the base of operations. All the stuff happens there. And Starfinder is the sequel to Pathfinder, which is, like, just a different version of D&D. So
it is D&D in space, basically.
Starfinder is D&D in space. Pathfinder is, like,
yes,
different D&D.
No, I meant Starfinder.
Ah, okay. But yeah, Starfinder
Pathfinder is D&D if you want to get into more gritty, and then Starfinder is a sequel to Pathfinder.
Exactly. So we are starting on Absalom Station, which is essentially just a stand-in for Earth because Earth is gone. Let's see. So, as of this point in time, an expedition has been called for by the Starfinder Society. The emergence of a strange, uncharted nebula, aptly called the Neon Nebula for its ever-changing colors, has caught the attention of the Pact Worlds and the Veskarium alike. We join a crew of intrepid explorers as they get ready to begin their journey. Graft.
Yes.
You have made your way to Absalom Station through some means, undisclosed, and you have found a job request, basically, at some, I don't know, well, we're just going to say some random billboard outside was advertising that there is a job request, and it is to join an exploration crew, specifically for an uncharted, dangerous, high-risk expedition.
I am all for those.
The address on said job request has told you to go to the nearest Starfinder Society office, which is going to be, I don't know, an hour walk, I guess? We'll say an hour walk. It's an hour away. Let's go with that.
My character can read. I think.
You bastard.
You reach the you reach this office after about an hour of just kind of wandering around the station, getting a feel for things. Actually, describe your character for us. Tell us a little bit about him.
We are still talking about me, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Graft is a Strix, but unlike typical Strix, they have more of a humanoid face and more of a humanoid build. Mine's more of a taller, hunched build, not like bulky hunched. Slender, lean. I have more of a beaked face, and behind those is sharp teeth and great glistening feathers. Almost sharp, or very sharp looking, serrated feathers almost.
Okay. So you would definitely say you don't look like a normal Strix.
No, Strix are odd as they are, and I am odd among Strix.
Okay.
You can definitely tell I have been augmented.
So you're drawing a lot of attention right now. People are walking by of various different species, and they're all looking at you like, "What the heck is this guy?"
Buddy, Definitely weird too. I forgot I have spine. I have spinal spikes, so I have like a column of small spikes coming out of my back.
Yeah, there's people looking at you.
So,
So you make your way to this office, and upon entering, you kind of like hand the request to, or not really hand. It's not like a physical request, but you have like a little, I don't know, let's say standard issue hologram data device thing.
Yeah, I have a little personal comm unit.
Yeah. You show them the job request, and they send you up into an office. When you enter this office, it is extremely large. There are a number of bookcases and shelves with all sorts of artifacts on them. Strange. There's like a glass case in the corner with some sort of little skittering creature running around in its own little biome. And sitting in a large, very luxurious, velvet-looking chair sits a Lash Hunter male.
Lash Hunter.
Which is, it's one of the 7 main species. It's like the people with little antennas.
Yes, okay, I see. They're humanoid with slight insect aspects.
Yeah, and they have like empathy powers or something along those lines.
They're Mantis from Marvel.
empathy powers?
Lash Hunters are naturally gifted psychics. Yeah, they're basically just psychics.
Yes, exactly, Joel.
Yeah, so they look like Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. Bish,
Interesting.
bish, bish. Bish. So yeah, you see a Lash Hunter male sitting in a chair in the middle of the room. He looks a little older than what you expected, and he is very well dressed.
Very well dressed. I'm here about a job.
Okay, sorry.
Find a crew, I must.
Yoda? The man turns and faces you. And he gives you a very confused kind of once over, but like it's almost like the way he looks at you is like you can tell he's definitely seen weirder.
Oh, of course, the space is a vast place. I am just merely an oddly colored rock in this large.
So he stands up and he walks over to you and he reaches out his hand. The job, huh? My name is Dr. Kingar.
Graft.
Tell me about yourself, Graft. What brings you for the job? What do you think makes you qualified to go on this expedition?
I'm good at living. I am a decent scout.
Scout, huh? Would you say
With
you
slow
have
little rasps behind each word?
Would you say you have experience on long, enduring treks into the unknown?
Yes. I was born there.
I was born in the dark, molded by it.
Not see the light till I was already a man. By that time, it was all consuming.
Okay, so he kind of like he gives you another once over. All right, well that's good enough for me. Let me bring you on down to the get you set up here. We'll need your name and of course we'll need all your details. And he just like He pulls up this little data pad and he just he only types in the word graft and everything else is just random bullcrap. And then he presses a little green button. All right, done with the paperwork. Let's get you acquainted with the crew. He leads you over to an elevator kind of looking door thing by a bookshelf, and he presses a little button and this massive freaking door opens up, and just kind of like inside the elevator is a very lavish looking, like you've never seen an elevator this fancy in your life. The elevator takes you down into very, very quickly accelerates or decelerate. Well, no, accelerates descending. And it takes you into this gigantic hangar bay. When the doors open again, what you see before you is going to be this. If you look at the screen sharey thingy.
I do see it.
For those of you viewers at home, I'll pop this up real quick. There we go. That should be coming up on the stream any second now. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So this is what you're seeing right now is this very large neon colored...
A lot of light. A lot of ship.
Vessel. Yeah, I mean, this thing is gigantic. It's basically the size of a small space station itself. And it is currently docked next to Absalom Station, sort of like connected to the side of it. And yeah, that's what you're seeing currently. So you sort of like there are various different people walking around loading crates and all sorts of supplies onto this vessel, and Dr. Kengar walks you over to a particularly interesting looking individual. Jewel, what are you currently doing?
Zero is definitely looking over everybody bringing all this cargo into the ship, just inspecting it, making sure nothing seems out of the ordinary, and make sure nobody is messing up.
Okay. So you see a large bear creature thing, wearing kind of like a... what are you wearing?
Kind of like a captain's, like a long captain's coat that like reaches like right above his like maybe around his thigh area. He's about, I believe I have his height here. I want to say he's like 6 foot. He's a big boy. I'm trying to find him. About like 7 foot tall. Very husky looking figure, though that is more him being a bear rather than anything. Wearing a gray captain's hat with bear ears kind of like poking out of the top, and his jawline looks gray as it was kind of like a chin strap beard of gray.
Okay.
Alright, team, make sure this is going in right. We don't want any mess ups like we did last time, did we? He'll tell one of the haulers that he seems all too familiar with.
Okay. So Dr. Kengar walks Graft over to you. Vizero! Over here a minute! And he's gonna wave you over.
Preemptively, Vizero kind of pulls a pack of what seems like be cigarettes out of his coat and goes ahead and puts one in his mouth and lights one before even turning around and facing the doctor, and will walk up. Yes, doctor?
I'd like to introduce you to somebody. We got a new member joining your crew here. This is Graft. He's a scout or something. I filled out the paperwork really fast.
Vizier will look over Graft, see the very rock bird shaped creature. Graft is your name?
I am Graft, yes.
All right, we can get down to the details of what you do on my ship later. I'm very busy in the middle of something. He'll look back and see like all the cargo is like finished loading up yet or not. As he pulling out his cigarette and like letting just a cloud of smoke just kind of escape his jaw.
Yeah, just staring at you.
Okay. So as this interaction is happening, a person is going to kind of like walk up behind you. Jackson, you are, we're gonna say, kind of helping out with supplies right now. And you see this interaction happening, and you, being a member of Viziro's crew, would walk up to introduce yourself.
Good evening, sir. How are you? What is your name?
Hello. I am Graft.
Graft. Gallant name, my man. I am Ezra. How are you today?
I am alive.
As am I. A wonderful state of being.
Absolutely.
What brings you on this voyage today, my man?
Okay, let's skip the small talk. We need to make sure things get done around here before we do pleasantries.
Now, hold on.
Things are done. Things are done.
I got one more person I need to introduce you to. One more person is joining your crew.
Another
Do
one.
not neglect my duties.
How many of these
on the ship.
How many of these fresh meats are you needing to bring on my ship?
So Kingar turns and
Not doing enough.
an interesting person walks up. So what you see is an individual made specifically of what looks like coral. They have no distinct facial features. They look like it's humanoid. And they look kind of like this. Wearing priest-like robes. Not this particular picture, but like some sort of priesty robe with a music note on it. And their coral is colored a deep violet combination of blues and purples. And Kingar sort of gestures over to them. This is Reverend Spoon Gyub. He will be joining your crew. He paid good money to be here, and we're gonna oblige that.
Can I pull the doctor aside for a second, away from everybody?
Yes.
I pull him aside. How tall is he?
He's probably about the same height as an average human.
So I would say very, not tower, but like very tall compared to him. I kind of like bring him over, and kind of like lean down. Just, may I remind you, Doctor, that my ship is not a passenger crew, and we're bringing a. Looks over to the what was his name? Spoong
Yub.
Spoong.
Shpoong.
Look over to Spoong and just you bring a religious rock onto my ship.
And may I remind you that you're only the second in command of this expedition, and you have yet to meet your first in command, who specifically agreed to allowing this person aboard.
Right.
Now, on with the On with everything. Oh, I cannot talk. I've been awake
Start
since 4
over.
o'clock in the morning. Off with the pleasantries and on to the introductions. Time for you to meet your captain. So he will lead the group over to the deck of the large vessel that is currently docked. And I mean, this thing is gigantic. Like, it's a massive freaking ship. It's got to have at least enough room for 17 or 18 medium vessels to store in it. So you walk up onto, like, not really a bridge, but like where you'd expect the steering wheel to be on a pirate ship. It's a room. We're gonna, for the sake of this, we're gonna call it a bridge because I can't, for lack of better terminology. You enter this large room, and standing next to the helm is a pretty interesting looking individual. His skin is blue with very faint yellow lines kind of running across it. His head is sort of like a flat-ish, flat kind of like... We need visuals. Ow! Okay, he's like a... He's... Bear with me here. He's a thing.
Where?
I'm right here.
Okay, so he kind of looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
Handsome fellow.
Like a Yautja.
So you see that standing in the bridge area thingy, and Kengar walks you all up to that individual. I'd like to introduce you to the captain of this expedition. And he just, like, gestures towards the guy. And the guy turns around, he looks at all of you. Ah, this be the crew of the Adventurous?
Yes, Captain. All, as I'm aware, accounted for. Unless there's any more surprise visitors that I've not been made aware of.
I take it you be Viziro, then?
Yes, that is I.
It'd be a pleasure to meet you. Welcome aboard me boat. My name be Bajolderdup, and you be, welcome guests on my vessel. The, Sorry, I lost my place on the Word document. You be guests aboard me vessel, the Synthetic Blight. I hope all is well, and your ship is stowed in the hangar bay.
Yes, sir, it is.
Excellent. We can get underway shortly. All hands to stations, and Mr. Vaziro, if you wouldn't mind being up here at the helm, the rest of you might as well go help out with crates and whatnot.
Of course, Captain.
Aye, my man.
So Kengar is going to kind of like wave at all of you, and he just bounces off the ship. He's going away. Over the intercom, you hear Kengar's voice announce to the entire ship, I wish you all safe travels, and hope you find everything I want. Because if you don't, I'm suing all of you. And with that, the ship undocks.
I'm sorry, did I get that correctly?
I believe, unfortunately, we have. Seems an unpleasant fellow.
So the ship undocks and very slowly kind of starts its processes of getting set for the journey. This is kind of your time to explore, look around the ship. What are you all doing?
I would say Zero is
I-
definitely. Oh,
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say Zero is definitely looking around the helm and like trying to identify who is what, like who would need to be told what to do if in case something does happen, or possibly just I guess kind of like a I want to say a pecking order maybe, or like a chain of command if it's visible immediately from what he knows about like crews and stuff amongst this main vessel.
Okay.
Oh, fun fact: Strix have very poor eye muscles, so like a bird, they do the head tilts and everything to look at what they need.
Oh, fun.
So I'd like you to picture that. My eyes, my whole face follows wherever I'm looking.
Terrifying.
Imagine how a chicken looks at you, but it's a human being.
And except the eyes are milky and pupilless.
Oh God, you're not helping. You're not making this easy to imagine
Yes.
or to stomach.
Once YouTube decides that it's gonna work,
My character is very... I'm not meant to be pretty. I am very spooky.
Smoky, scary skeletons.
All right.
Fine.
Wait, we're gonna copyright the stream. Stop.
So the synthetic blight undocks from the. Oh, of course, it's gonna freak out because we can't have nice things because my computer wants to die. Okay. So the synthetic blight undocks from Absalom Station, and every time I talk, the music is gonna stop, isn't it? Probably.
Technology.
There we go. I just had to click on the freaking thing for... It's trying to do too many things at once.
No.
According to my computer, I have 73 instances of YouTube open.
I believe it.
Close your tabs.
I have
You watch a lot
I
of
have
YouTube.
2 instances.
Go into Task Manager and fix that, my man.
If I open Task
No
Manager
wonder
right
why
now,
you-
we
no
lose the
wonder why
stream.
Like, no wonder why your computer's dying. You have 72 instances of YouTube running at the same time.
72 instances of YouTube, 3 instances of Discord, 1 instance of OBS, and yeah. Okay. So, the Adventurous... Nope, not the Adventurous. The Synthetic Blight undocks from the Absalom Station and approaches a small floating little beacon-looking thing. And Bedolderdop will turn to Viziro. So, Viziro, I heard you that, I hear that you're ship captain yourself. Many journeys under your belt?
Yes, yes, Captain. I have many, many journeys on my belt. All starting from being a ship miner at my young age, trying to acquire funds for my own ship, successfully, mind you. But unfortunately, all my explorations have not come up with anything much.
Okay.
So one could say I have been amongst the stars more than I have a planet.
And, what do you think about this neon nebula that we've been commissioned to find?
What can I say? The Neon Nebula has been a myth amongst everybody. Stories of many children's stories.
You've heard the
I, for one,
rumors, right?
I tend not to believe in rumors or try not to listen to them in general, but indulge me, Captain.
Aye, and what about the rumors of the ships that get a little too close but don't come back out?
black holes, space monsters, asteroids, many things to explain ships going somewhere uncharted and missing.
I suppose so.
So no, so no, you could say I'm not a believer of this neon nebula we were testifying. Apparently, if I don't find a make-believe location, then I get sued for it.
Let me tell you what I heard. I heard about a ship crew recently, about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, that was set out for the Neon Nebula. A small crew, no larger than 6 people. This entire crew, only one man came back. He was scarred, purple circuitry running across his skin, as if it were eating away at his flesh. This man, he seemed out of his mind. Something about the sound, something about this music that he heard. If you ask me, it's a bunch of hogwash. But we be in the business of investigating hogwash, ain't we, Captain?
Unfortunately.
Well then, I say that we get on to this journey. And he turns to his first mate, who we're just gonna call Dewey. First mate Dewey! Activate the drift drive! And Dewey is going to press, like, a console button thing, and, the entire ship is going to grumble to life. All of the neon lights that decorate this vessel have, brightened and are now glowing at ridiculous levels of light. As the ship jumps into the drift.
Righty-ho. What does jumping into the drift feel like on ship?
Basically, it kind of feels a little bit as if you've just jumped into... Whoa, that's way too loud. It kind of feels like a bubble, like, warped around the vessel and pulled it into this other dimension. Not really a teleport, but kind of like a spatial shift. Like, you know you were standing in one spot, and now you're definitely standing somewhere else.
So it just kind of feels like the atmosphere as a whole just kind of like shifts.
Yeah, pretty much.
I gotcha.
What you're seeing around you is kind of like, not really the darkness of space per se, but more like a pink glowing void filled with various floating islands and ruins that kind of drift about. And the vessel is just very carefully navigating around them.
Yeah.
In
Right.
particular,
Well,
we'll go ahead and do this now. So, you see a small island off the port bow, off the port bow, and it looks like a little, almost like a shipwreck, kinda. There's like some sort of abandoned vessel that's still kind of smoking on this island, and what looks like a makeshift camp.
we're in space still?
You're in the drift.
Can I see this? Right. I mean, do we really stop for that? I'll bring it to the attention of the captain. We seem to have a damaged vessel sitting on an island. Should we choose to investigate or at least deploy scanners?
Dewey, bring it up on the main view.
Vizira will like go to like a monitor, like kind of like a interface, and press some buttons and brings it to the big screen onto the main view.
Okay. On the screen, it kind of zooms in a bit, and you can tell that this is a very recent wreck. Like, has to have been within the past day or so.
Can I try to check for a distress signal or anything?
Yes. Make a... Make a computers check.
Oh, I got a +1 that is. Yay.
Computer.
17.
Computer 17.
I heard.
Say somebody's alive.
Really loud.
So you kind of work away at the interface for a second, and you manage to get a distress signal pulled up. It's just an old ping, basically. No words or anything. It's just kind of like a sound that is identified as a distress signal.
Seems that Captain, we seem to have some kind of signal coming from it, labeled as distress, but no actual recording messages of saying what is the problem.
I suppose I can allow at least one vessel to go and explore. We'll stop here. You can take your crew and take the Adventurous down to that little island down there. You have no longer than about 5 hours.
Consider it done, Captain. And Vizira will walk away from the helm to go gather his group.
Okay. You walk down to your hangar bay, which we're going to designate as Hangar Bay 8. And you gather all of your crew members.
Who all would that currently be? It'd be Raft and Jackson. What's your character's name? I'm sorry.
Ezra.
Ezra.
And also Spoong.
Cannot forget about Spoong.
Yeah, you can't forget
Spoong
Spoong.
is the coral priest, right? Correct?
Can't forget about Spoong.
Who none of you have talked to yet, by the way, which I find really funny.
I'm not there.
Do I wish to talk to a coral? Al gathered Ezra, Graft, and Spoong towards the Adventurous, and kind of have his hands behind his back, and like and with a little bit of a, not a marching fashion, but like kind of like trying to emit authority. Gentlemen, you are relatively new to my crew. Ezra, you being here the longest, despite it only being a month or so.
That counts.
I do expect some sort of seriousness, professionality, if you will, on my ship. I do not want to risk any problems occurring on the amongst the crew. If any personal problems come between members, you may direct them towards me, and I'll have them dealt with accordingly. Are we understood?
Of course, Captain.
Spoog?
Spoon kind of looks at all of you, and he just like kind of gives a subtle nod.
Not much for words, are you? All right.
Oh
Yeah,
no, none of you have just
slowly.
asked me anything about myself.
No, he
How
does.
tall is he? How tall is Spoob?
He's average. I'd say like 7 foot tops.
Spoog,
so
what
he's
exactly
taller
can you do?
He's taller than me.
He went from average height to 7 foot, by the way.
Far taller
Yeah,
than I thought he'd be.
I guess that's average height.
Sorry, that's average for Copaxes.
I feel like you should have mentioned that first off.
Yeah. Okay,
well, I'm
what?
gonna look up at this man as he speaks, or this rock.
And what did you ask him?
Spook, what exactly can you do?
I am a priest. For the Church of Noise, I seek to prove the same thing that everyone's told me my whole life, is that my deity is false. But that's what they said about all the other ones. That's what they said about Triune, and that's what they said about that one guy Waden. But I'll prove them all wrong, and your expedition is gonna be my key.
I'm gonna slowly wobble up to him. Seeing that he's much smaller. Yeah, I got a bit of a wobble to my walk. Because I'm pretty sure y'all's base speeds are 30.
Mine's
If
40.
I am assuming correctly.
It doesn't matter yet.
Yeah, no, because mine's 20. I'm much slower than the average man. At least
good to
walking
know.
wise.
I have a 40-foot walk speed.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna put my
Damn, why are
head.
you all so fast?
I'm tall. I take up 2 spaces.
It's true. He does.
I'm just gonna put my head or my ear against the Rockman's skin, and I'm just gonna knock
Damn.
on his rocky flesh just to listen.
In there.
He just like looks down, like what the hell? And the only thing you hear is like a worm-like writhing sound coming from inside of him.
Since I can't move my eyes, I'm just gonna shift my whole head upwards towards him. Interesting.
Bruh, please do not harass the crew members. Spook, that was not what I asked you, but I'll take it anyways, as long as you know how to shoot a gun.
Oh, I don't need to shoot a gun. I have this.
And he just like snaps his hand, and a small like basically like black neutron star appears, just kind of like within his palm. And it forms into a gauntlet that like wraps around his entire hand.
Close enough, as long as you know how to use it. And
Interesting.
alright, gentlemen, any questions before we board?
Yeah, how are you doing that?
Doing what?
That thing with his hands.
I do not tend to ask questions amongst a species.
Have you not ever seen a Solarian before? One of us that studies the light and the dark?
There's a
Lived most of
mask
my life
on
in the
this.
Viscarium. I didn't exactly see many.
There's a lookout on top of this ship, right?
On the Blight, yes. On the Adventurus, yeah, it's big enough to have a lookout on it. Yeah, there'd be one on both ships.
Yeah, I'm going to jump and fly up to it.
Okay.
Wings are just gonna sprawl out, and I'll jump into a quick flight.
Vizier will call out to him before, like, as you go on. Make sure you enter the ship before we head out. I do not wish to lose you in the chaos of this place.
Understood.
And Vizier will walk in to the ship.
Okay. Let me throw the Adventurus up real quick for people to see. Where's my mouse?
The Adventurus.
All right, this would be the Adventurus. It is a medium kind of freight vessel exploration thingy. The crow's nest thing that you're sitting on, Graft, is going to be that tall tower-looking thing. It kind of has its own room. It's not like exposed to the elements per se. It's like quote-unquote inside the ship. But it's like a lookout tower, basically.
Very nice.
You know, I hate to point it out, and I feel like people are going to see it once I say it. It looks like the Futurama ship.
I don't know what the future on the ship
You're
looks
not
like.
wrong. It's pretty close to it. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's there.
I was going for Treasure Planet, but like synthwave.
You see it right, though.
I see it.
So yeah, you would all board the ship and you take off. It like drops out of these hangar doors underneath you, and you fly down onto this small island, and you find basically a one-person craft. It's a small fighter. And what do you do?
Viziro would like to step out and start to investigate the craft, see if there's any damages or like anybody trying to or like inside.
Okay, roll perception.
I get a 11 for this. 18.
You find that the little fire that's next to the ship has been very quickly extinguished, almost as if like trying to hide from everyone. And it looks like there are extremely small prints that kind of lead around to the back of the fighter.
The Zero will call for Ezra to like quietly signal him to like follow him, and kind of like somewhat moves his coat. Where you see on his hip is like a giant silver revolver, ready to grab just in case he needs to, but doesn't draw it yet, and will slowly follow the steps, the parts.
Okay.
And I will be right back.
Corey, what are you doing
Yes.
behind this starfighter?
I barely cling to life. I'm just laying there.
Okay.
Me. Resting.
Ezra and Graft, where are y'all?
Well, I assume I'm
following
just
my
quickly
captain.
looking around outside up there before I go inside. Before we like take off and outside becomes dangerous. I will yeah, I'm gonna do a quick look around and then I head inside.
Okay.
Just to go a little walk inside.
So, Viziro, you round the corner of this fighter and you see laying on the ground is your skin blue or green?
I'm a little bit of both.
Okay. You see like a kind of turquoise-ish, not seafoam, but not aquamarine, but also not turquoise. It's a blue-green color. And you see this person laying on the ground, bleeding out. Do you have your weapon drawn, pointed at him from the ground?
No, not point at. No, so,
No, not you.
like
Corey.
I had my hand on. Oh,
Sorry. Corey, do you have your weapon drawn?
Oh, my weapon? No. No weapons drawn.
Okay. So yeah, that's what you see. You see an orc bleeding out on the ground.
Viziro seeing this will immediately like let go of his like gun or like take his hand off his gun and like hide it back. Seeing the orc, he'll lean down and like kind of check if he's conscious. Hello, are you alive?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You seem to be in a very dangerous circumstance. Are you what happened?
Too much to go into now. Would you happen to have some help?
Well, I'll tell you this, and the closest thing you got to help around here. So you're on an island in the middle of the void.
Yes,
I have a med bay on my. I have a med bay on my ship, and we can fix you up on.
that would work. Thank you.
Can you walk?
Can I help you up, my good man?
I would like some help, please.
Uh, immediately Viziro like take his arm around his shoulders and like I would say pretty easily like be able to lift him up with his strength. And not
Damn, Captain, you're stronger than I thought.
Captain is stronger than you said. I'm a fucking bear. And will kind of walk the orc into the ship towards the med bay.
Okay.
Thank you.
We call it my good deed for the year.
For the year?
One per year?
Only one guaranteed.
That'll beat her.
You took my joke.
All right, so you managed to get him into the med bay, and let's see. Zilt, you are healed your entire HP from whatever it was at.
One.
You fly the Adventurous back to the synthetic blight and dock in the hangar bay. And you feel the blight start to move again. But now is kind of your time to interact with each other.
The Zero will first like go into the comms and hit the what's the word? Send a message to the captain. Whose name I keep forgetting. It's not Spoonge. Spoong. Not Spoonge. What was the captain's name?
Spooky.
Badolderdop.
One more time?
Badolderdop.
I just call him Dop.
I'll message Captain Badolderdop and tell him we found a stranded orc on the island. He was gravely injured. Brought him on board. Healed him up at the med bay, and now we have another one on my ship, requesting further orders. We'll hit the let go of the recording and send the message before going to the med bay and seeing the orc. How are you feeling?
I've felt better, but after what I've gone through, we can't ask for much.
Well, at least you don't have a wound. Maziro will produce his pack of cigarettes again, space cigarettes, as I call them, and takes one in his mouth and offers one to the orc.
No, thank you.
Captain, I thought you quit doing death sticks.
Death sticks never quit me. And we'll simply light one up and inhale it. So, what's your name? If you don't mind giving it.
Yes, they call me Kazilt Gresh.
Kazilt?
Yes, Kazilt.
And what are you from, Kazilt?
Where am I from?
Yes, you were found in the void, or the drift, which is not exactly a very common place to be stranded in. Well, not a very common place to ended up stranded in. Many people get stranded in the void.
I do believe I am from Apostate.
GM, would I know anything about Apostate?
Yes, that is one of the planets in the Pact Worlds. It is one of the main planets. It's kind of like on the fringes of the system. It's not really like a center world. Like on this map right here, it's way up here at the top. It's not even like with everything else. It's all the way up here.
Mm-hmm.
But it is,
and that's Epsilon a station, like kind of closer to the sun.
Yeah, this is Epsilon Station right here. And then Apostay is way up here, which would be a good probably 4-day journey in the drift.
You've come a pretty long distance from Apostate, if I'm estimating. You're lucky we caught you.
You also would know that the Drow own that world.
Are orcs commonly on Apostate?
More or less. They're kind of like spread out throughout the whole system.
They don't have like a specific like congregation planet.
Not really, no.
They are commonly slaves on Apostate. I'll
Yeah.
say that.
Okay, so I feel like I would know that, like an orc coming from Apostate, Drows. I feel like Viziro could like put 2 and 2 together, especially with being like having so much experience amongst stars and being he probably heard and like talked to a few people, variety of people, and be able to learn kind of like that. He'll look to Kazit and kind of has like a understanding Kazilt.
Kazoodle.
Jackson, you haven't
kinda looks
moved an
like a Zil.
inch since we started streaming.
It's
Not that you
kind of
noticed.
impressive.
No, I just
Kind of
I just
impressive.
played the entire backlog on my phone, and you have not moved.
I've definitely moved. It's not
He's
very much.
moved, but his sitting position is just that.
I'm in a chair. I don't know what you want me to do.
Anyway, moving
I'm not
on.
exactly in person.
Moving on.
How about this?
So I was like,
Is this good?
Yeah, that works.
well, look,
Corey, you
looks like
joining?
a Zil.
Absolute Cinema Post. Colin, join us. There we go. Patrick,
We can't see Patrick.
Why is your camera pointed down? Somebody has to bring it
there
up.
we go.
Well, it was pointed
I can
down
spin it
because
if I-
last time I used my my
Just the
webcam
movement
was
you're
on
looking for.
spell table.
So it's just kind of set up like that, and you were just rocking with it.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotcha. Zero will look at Kazilt and kind of has like a mental like he has a quiet understanding. Not bringing it up because it's not his business to bring up. But we'll kind of like take a mental note of that.
Is that enough movement for you?
He'll take a cigarette out and just,
I'm dizzy now.
can I offer you rations, water, it's a hard drink maybe.
Water will be fine. Thank you.
Fetch you the water. Use the water. Please enjoy your stay on the Adventurers too. And he will go and fetch Gazilt at some point from Wawa.
Okay. Yeah. So you go to the like kitchen-y galley area thing on the Adventurous, and you grab a water bottle, and you bring it back to the med bay, handing it to Kazilt, and
Downs it as soon as I get it. It's gone.
let's see.
I might slow down. You just got back to full health.
This water is so good, man.
I understand the importance of hydration. Do not get me wrong. What do they call them? H2O bros? I understand. Jackson's
I had
more
bros
making more
once.
of like a way. Like he's changing his sitting position.
You sought movement, so I'm moving.
At this moment, an alarm blares on the Blight, and the entire ship lurches forward as it is pulled out of the drift in a violent, jerking motion that sends all of you to the ground.
Oh, to the ground.
That was not the normal. That was not the
Okay.
normal exit.
You hear Bedolderdop's voice come over the PA, as he just sort of like screams, "All hands to stations! We got a situation! Captain Bazero, I need you on the bridge."
That's my cue. And the Zero will get on actually get on all fours and start running towards the bridge to try to get there faster.
If you guys need any help, I can maybe do something.
Yeah, since I'm indoors, I'm gonna like waddle my way there. I don't move fast, but I don't move slow.
I'm also a Patra, an animalistic being, so I will also get on all fours and do the same. Follow my captain's lead.
Hurries away!
Don't call me that. I don't like it when he calls me that.
It's endearing term.
Spoong is
You
like
don't pay me
running
enough to
behind
call
you,
me
and he
that.
just looks down at you. This is a common occurrence?
Unfortunately.
Are you
The name
Can
called
I-
me, at least.
Are you not
Can
furry?
Captain?
Don't say that.
Strange. And he's just gonna keep running.
It's best you don't know.
So you all get to the bridge, and you notice that you are no longer in the drift. You are surrounded by an asteroid field. And the crew of the Blight are running back and forth across the main deck, like securing cargo, locking down ropes and stuff, pulling sails in various different directions. Bedolderdop turns towards the party. Vajiro! I need you and your
Captain,
crew
what's
to be
up?
storing down supplies. Get down there and help out.
Captain, surely there's more use I can do up here.
He like kind of looks around at the state of everyone. Ah, you're probably right. Fine, stay here. I need your help in assessing the damage. Everyone else, stow the crates.
Sweet.
He will guide you to like a speedy elevator thing that takes you down multiple decks till you get to the engine room. You both exit the elevator and find one of the mechanics working on the drift drive. The mechanic is an isekai, which is a isekai. It's the little rat people.
Oh, Yosoki?
Yeah, though Yosoki.
He's the guy.
It's the Yosoki. It looks up at both of you.
Robert Jackson.
Looks up at
That hot dog costume brings something out of him.
You're not supposed to be shooting anything. You're supposed to be stowing crates.
Sawbird.
So the Isoki looks at both of you come in.
Captain, the drift engine is dead!
How could this have happened?
Beats me, I'm just a rat.
You can roll a computer's check.
Cut a bird.
Computer! Oh, 14. It's a 15.
Call it dinner.
Computer, make these two rats.
Computer! Make these rats kiss.
What'd you get?
Computer.
So many computers over
I
there.
got a 15. I thought I said.
Where should I put this crate? It's glowing. It wasn't glowing earlier.
You look at the drift drive, and you can clearly tell that there's some form of sabotage, digital in nature, almost like faint traces of a hacking signature, but you have no idea how or what could have possibly caused it.
Someone has compromised our systems. Purposely brought us out of the drive, out of the drift. How long can we till we can repair it?
The rat sneezes, and then looks up at you, with like different colored eyes. And he looks at the drive, looks back at you. It seems it'll take me approximately 24 hours to repair, sir.
We're in the middle of an asteroid field. What do you mean 24 hours?
He sneezes again, and his eyes go back to yellow.
Sorry, what were we talking about?
Who hired these people?
And with that, another alarm goes off. A particularly large asteroid is currently floating towards the top deck.
Captain, is there any possible way we have big enough guns to destroy that thing before it hits us on impact?
I have a gun.
Not big enough.
It's something.
Uh,
I don't see you with your gun.
So the only
Yeah,
threat right
that's
now is just an asteroid field.
pretty much.
I'm making progress.
The ship definitely needs to be stabilized, as it is currently still kind of drifting, through the field.
Last time I got everything.
What do I need to do?
That would require somebody good at computers, right?
Yes, actually.
Could I go in and try and help them?
I'm gonna say at this point you've kind of wandered up to the bridge, just kind of like to see what's going on. I mean, you followed the rest of the Adventurous crew. You reach the bridge and you find a console, and you're listening to them have this conversation after they got back from the engine room. And you look at the console and you notice the very large red blip that is very slowly moving towards the ship. And in your mind, you think, that's bad. You reach for the console and instinctively start to activate things. Go ahead and make a computers check with advantage.
Computer, roll well for me. Okay. This is 24. That's really bad for me, by the way.
24 is bad. What's your bonus?
15.
Oh, damn.
You reach forward, and this console kind of sings to you. And you move your hands as if playing some form of like a keyboard or a piano or something, and the ship seems to stabilize kind of at your command.
Guys, I think I got it.
He's in.
I'm hacking the mainframe. Alright, Ken did not catch a single bit of that.
Oh man.
Oh.
Like, God, somebody's hacking the mainframe. Oh, it is.
Excuse me 1 second.
So, yeah, the ship stabilizes, the alarm turns off, and, you kind of spend the next 30 minutes or so, like, locking down cargo, fixing everything that fell over, making sure people are okay, making sure all the other things are okay.
Where does this go? It's a chicken.
I'm good.
No, he's not food. He's chicken.
You all of you go back down into the hangar bay to kind of like get back to the Adventurous, because I mean that's where your quarters are. You walk by a vehicle bay with a couple of shuttlecraft and what look like hover vehicles of some type. I'll have more details on those later, but there are vehicles in there. You also walk by a very large mech bay that is closed. You cannot see what is in it. It just says warning mech on the front. And then you walk by an armory as well as kind of like a general supply room before you get to Bay 8 with the Adventurous.
I apologize. I missed some of that.
I choose.
Basically you walked by a vehicle bay, a mech bay that was closed, and like an armory and general supply room before you got to Bay 8.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to infringe on any of you guys' stuff.
I have everything I need on my persons.
I agree.
Will
I have my
there
soul,
be?
and it is enough.
There will be no fighting, therefore I need not prepare.
One day I will get one of those mechs, though.
Mark my words, one of those robots will be mine.
I will pilot.
Spoong kind of
I
looks at
crave
all of
the
you.
day predicted by Pacific Rim.
So is this all you people do all day? You just stand around and deal with problems? Disgusting.
Do you
Well,
not?
normally there's some exploration going along with it, but sadly, uncharted space is uncharted for a reason.
Yes, so I've been told. Whatever. Just where am I supposed to sleep?
So we're getting in the middle of it. Are we still in Nashville field?
The ship is stabilized. It's navigating effectively now.
So we're okay. Never mind. Do we sleep in the Adventurous too?
Yes.
The Zero will like kind of just like rub his eyes and then follow me. And will lead them to like into the Adventurous. He'll slowly kind of like walk back and go towards Kazilt. Do you have a home? You say you're from what was the name of the planet from Drow?
Apostate.
Apostate. You say you're from Apostate, but
No
I
extra.
think both you and Apostate. I believe me and you both know the problem with that place. My question is, do you have somewhere you need to be? Or do you have a destination in mind?
No destination. Just as far away from there as possible.
Well, I would consider uncharted space as far away as possible from a charted planet. And like a little bit of a rare moment for Zero. It feels like he'll kind of extend an invitation. No promise for your safety or your bank account, but we do have a open room if you so needed to be.
Thank you. Sorry for my rude manners. I don't believe I caught any of your names.
Of course. He'll step forward and look back. I am Captain Viziro of the Adventurous too. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, I'll shake your hand.
Big bear. Want to shake your hand.
Just a man shake.
And I'll reach out my my long slender fingers.
GM, athletics check to shake the heck out of his hand.
Oppose athletics check to shake the heck out of his hand.
This is on you, Colin.
Go ahead and make an athletics check, I guess.
Dirty 20.
All right, that's a natural 20 plus 12.
Well, fuck me. I rolled a 7.
Orcs are considered medium creatures. So this bear is still much larger than you are. But you reach forward and you take its paw, and you very firmly shake this hand, so much so that you actually lift Viziro off the ground for a second.
Handshake, I do appreciate it, and a bit more respect earned from Wither Zero.
I would also
Both
like to
hands.
shake his hand.
I'll have both of my hands out to shake whatever you guys' names are.
Graft.
I would also like to make an athletics check to do so.
Well, go for it.
It has been rolled digitally. That is a nat 20 plus 6.
Ain't got
1d6.
that. That is a
I will roll.
21.
It's cocked. Down.
Dog.
Damn. Well, friend, I will show you a 19 plus 14.
Neither of my rolls
Excellent.
beat theirs.
Tex-Mexcellent even.
Well, my athletics will go towards matching his strength.
Okay.
Bottom hands all around.
And I would like with my other hand, ooh, what would it be? Nah, it wouldn't be any of that. Ooh.
There wouldn't be any of that, but perhaps there should be.
It would not be any of that.
Damn.
Yeah, never mind. I mean, no, no, we good.
Can I shake Splooge's hand?
Oh yeah, Spoong, he shuts his door.
What an
Despite
asshole.
being a religious man, he seems to.
I'd like to shake his door handle just to make a point.
Do we?
You reach for what you think is a door handle, but you're not accustomed to this technology, and there's no door handle. You have no idea how this door functions. Even though you've been on this ship for a couple months.
Captain.
Ezra, I do require you to not mess with other crew's rooms.
Where do I stay?
Zero will show each individually to their room, or to a room. Once again, I must remind you are allowed to decorate it as much as you would like. Just make sure nothing is prominent, or else I'd be really unpleased. Also, make sure it's down and nothing will cause damage to the ship itself. I will not expect or monitor your moves, but if I do expect, or if I suspect dangerous materials, I will be. Yeah, I do have the authority to.
Viziro, for some reason you sound so far away that it's hard to hear you.
I don't
Where has he
understand. It's a
gone?
wireless headset.
But for some reason the echo just is so loud.
Yeah, maybe because I'm against the wall.
Sit the fuck down.
Acquire
You know,
seating,
others-
Captain.
You don't understand.
Be like us.
I have laundry. I must hang.
What did the laundry do to deserve to hang?
Be dirty.
Being filthy is not a crime. It's gross, but it's not a crime.
It's a crime amongst on my ship.
Fuck. Anybody got a bar of soap?
You better get those showers, Ezra. I do not think licking yourself counts as cleaning yourself.
I'm a cat. What do you want?
You are a panther and not a cat.
He's a cat.
Big cat.
Go take a shower.
Fine.
Clean your litter box while you're at it.
Fuck you. I clean regularly.
So yeah, this interaction goes on for a little while, and then you each
No, I go immediately straight to my room.
you'll each turn in for the night.
I'll grab my blankie out of my backpack.
So you each you rest.
I'll enter the hot dog cave.
None of you have, and you haven't expended any equipment or spell slots, so everything is still fine. You wake up the next day, get ready, and then Viziro, you meet Bedolderdop on the bridge. When you get to the bridge, well, actually, all of you go up to the bridge together. When you get to the bridge, what you see out the window is a massive nebulic cloud that is shifting colors in various different neon hues.
That's beautiful.
That is quite the sight.
Damn.
Bedolderdop
I'm just gonna say that.
will turn to all of you. Ah, the Adventurous crew! Right here. We've
No.
made it to the Neon Nebula.
I'm sorry. Say that again, Captain.
Absolutely cannot nail this accent right now because I am so freaking tired. We've made it. We've made it to the Neon Nebula.
About table. How long have we actually been traveling?
Maybe 2 days.
Interesting.
We found the Neon Nebula in
The
2
mythic
days.
Neon Nebula in 2 days.
Well, it's not hard to find.
We know where it
How
is.
would come back?
It was. No one found it before us.
No, they knew where it was.
Returned.
But
People
it
knew
was
where it
missed.
was, but nobody has come back.
The real challenge, yeah. So the real challenge is coming back alive.
Basically, no one knows what's inside of it. That's what you're commissioned to find out.
Noted.
So yeah, you see a massive nebula before you. And before Bedolderdop can issue any further orders, an alarm goes off again. And what you see in front of you is a massive kind of potato-looking plant thing. I mean, this thing is basically dwarfing the synthetic blight. And it has multiple eyes that just like all turn, and then there is a deafening psychic screech that flies through the mind of every crew member on the vessel.
Ah.
So loud.
And First Mate Dewey is going to look up, and he just screams, "Ship Killer Bulb!" And the entire vessel, like, erupts into chaos. And, that is where we're going to leave session 1.
Yeah.
Whee!
Very, very nice.
Very nice, very nice. The Adventurous.
Be alive.
I had a little bit more, but we needed Cullen for that, so.
Dude, we shame Cullen next time we see him.
We shame Cullen for having a job.
All right. So that was the first session. Thank you everyone that joined for watching. If you're seeing this as a recording, thank you for going back and watching. We put a lot of effort into this little project. I know it probably doesn't seem like it, but we really did put a lot of effort into it. If you have any questions or comments about it, or if you'd like to suggest something to see in a future episode, please let us know in the comments. Do you guys have any closing thoughts?
It's nice to...
A fun way
Sorry.
to end it. A potato.
Mm-hmm.
Big Tater will become
Big tater.
big.
Big tater.
I, for one, am
Fries.
excited to explore
Big
the stars with,
tots, big hash.
amongst my crew. And hope we get into plenty of shenanigans.
We're gonna
Yes,
have
yes.
we're gonna have
abound.
we're gonna have a lot more to do next
Shenanigans
time.
plentiful.
This particular session was just very slow because it was the introduction session. But there will be a lot more content to explore in the next one, and kind of I'll give you guys a bit more to, like, interact with, so that you're not kind of clueless.
Mhm.
Yes, and this will give me time to
Time to as well. Yes.
Just left us on red.
trying to think of because my brain be disconnected like my internet. This will give me time to learn a little bit of I still
There it
need
goes
to
again.
completely I know, because I'm trying to figure out a way to word it. Completely learn the mechanics for this, like combat,
Yeah, because we will
like move actions.
be jumping right into ship combat in the next session.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So
Sweet.
yeah, I'll kind of have some more stuff for y'all to jump back and forth with, but we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give us a subscribe and thumbs up and all that stuff. If you have any questions or comments, or you'd like to suggest something to see in a future episode, please be sure to leave that down in the comment box below. Hope you all have a good day or night, depending on where you live, and we'll see you all at session 2.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that bell.
Hello, thank you for watching. Hello, thank you for watching. Hello, thank you for watching.
But before I end it, the next video that's supposed to come out, because I think I said this in my last video, was that I was going to be posting a couple of the Pumpkin Jack videos. Yeah, my computer is committing the big die. I'm actually surprised I was able to stream as long as I have. Those videos will not be coming out for a while until I can solve my technology issue, which should be solved hopefully before August. That's the goal. So until then, we're going to keep trying to stream this campaign and get some form of content out until I can upload the Pumpkin Jack stuff. We are going to try to film a couple things upcoming, because I think I can film, I just can't really edit, and that's the problem. But we're working on it. So with that being said, now we're going to end the stream, and yeah. Make sure my computer doesn't go kaput while I do this.